I put up my big Christmas tree last night. My husband, he went upstairs and got it down here, and he put it together and spreaded the branches out and got it all right, and I put the decorations on it. I like having a big tree. I hadn't had one in a few years because of these cats. But we're going to go ahead and try it this year. And maybe the cats will not mess with it. They were excited last night when we were putting it up, though. And little Snuggles, she was all into it. She's really mischievous anyway. But today, she's doing good. She ain't bothering it. Ain't none of 'em bothered it today. And there's little Tigger over there. He's doing a little better. A little bit at a time. He's taking his medicine good and eating a little bit better at a time. The puppies, they went out back. Thought I'd make a video here of my tree. But when we first put this tree up a few years ago, Babyface and Fluffy and Kittens was little kittens that year, and they climbed in the tree. They got all up in the tree climbing and knocking the balls off and everything. So that's why I hadn't put it up in a few years, because I knew these other little kittens would do the same thing. And now they've gotten a little bit older, so maybe they won't bother it bad this year. So we're trying it this time, where we can have a big pretty tree to look at. It's got white lights on it. I like the color lights, but this one's got the white lights. Tigger, you like your Christmas tree? He said he don't know what that is. But all of 'em's been looking at it. They don't know what we doing. But I think it turned out good. It's got that white snow on it. It was mashed in the box. My husband, he had to straighten it all out and get it looking rounded again. But he got it fixed right, and then I put the decorations on it. These three little snowmen ornaments here, one of my grandmas made that. So I've got that in memory of her. She used to do some crafts. And my other grandma, she used to like to cook. And that grandma, she also made these two ornaments right here. And I made this little snowman cross-stitch thing one year. That's the only little cross-stitch thing I've ever done. I don't know really how to do no big one. It had a little pattern to go by. It was the only way I was able to do it. But this grandma that made that, she also knew how to cross-stitch. And she had made a lot of cross-stitch things. A lot of these ornaments, they're old ornaments. We've had a long time. And this one has got passed down from my parents' tree to my tree. I remember this item. It says 1985 on it. That's when I was in school and we were selling them Christmas balls that year. And Mama bought one, and here it is. I've still got it. My mama passed in 2000. My daddy passed in 2010. And I've lost all 4 of my grandparents also. So it's not the same as it used to be at the holidays, but I'm trying to do the best I can. Now I just celebrate with me and my husband and our little cats and dogs. But I always had some good Christmases when my mom and daddy were here and my grandparents. Here's one says 2004 on it. I believe my aunt and uncle one year gave me that one. But this tree, my mother-in-law had it. She'd give us this tree. And it's real pretty because it's got that white snow stuff on it. I ain't done no Christmas shopping, which I don't do a lot now. I really hate to go Christmas shopping because the year my mama passed, that day, that's what I was doing. I was over at Walmart doing Christmas shopping. I'd bought a whole lot of stuff that year and had things already ready, for my mama and my daddy, everything, grandparents, and had a whole buggy full of stuff I was getting. And I got a phone call from my husband, and that was very unusual. At the store, because we didn't have no cell phone then. They called me up front, said I had a phone call. It was my husband, and he said I needed to come home. So I got my stuff, and I come on home, and then my daddy was there waiting at my house, and my grandparents. They were all there at my house in the driveway, and I knew something was wrong. My mama had been sick with diabetes for a long time. And I thought, she's got worse and maybe gonna have to take her to a different hospital or something. But they were coming over there to tell me that my mama had passed a few hours before that. So ever since then, I hate to go Christmas shopping. But it's just part of life, I guess. But yes, that's what I was doing when I heard about my mama passing. And it ain't been the same since my mama passed. In 2000, October 2000. And then I lost my daddy in January 2010. So, it's been hard. I've been an only child, too. Don't have any brothers and sisters. I've been with my husband since I was 16 years old. Me and him's been through a whole lot. His daddy actually passed on Christmas Day. And that was a really bad tragedy time, too, to pass. So he's had it hard, too. But we keep going. Try to focus on each other and the rest of our family members that is here. He's still got his mama. She's still here. We always go out there and see her on Christmas, which he goes every day to see his mama. Helps her tend to her cats. I always liked being an only child until now. It's lonesome now. I'd love to have some brothers and sisters now that I could talk to and about our childhood and our parents and grandparents. But my husband, he met 'em all and he knowed 'em all real good. So me and him talk. We're like husband, wife, brother, and sister. best friends, everything in one. That means a whole lot when you got somebody close to you like that you can talk to. 'Cause I always talk to my mom and daddy. Here was me and my mom and daddy. That's when I was 23. I was 28 when my mama passed, and 37 when my daddy passed. And this is my grandma and grandpa. That's the grandma that made them little Christmas ornaments. I was 22 when my grandpa passed, and I was 45 when my grandma passed. And here's my other grandma and grandpa. She's the one who loved to do the cooking. She passed a month after my daddy did. I was 37. And my grandpa, I was 31 when he passed. I was their only grandchild. That was my mama's mom and daddy. The other ones was my daddy's mom and daddy. But I lived beside of these, and I'd always go down and visit with them a whole lot. Which I'd go visit my other grandparents too. But I could walk to their house right here. And I was their only grandchild. That's me and my mama. Was over there in her kitchen. And this is me and my husband. Here's my little dog. I used to have JJ. He was my little baby. I really miss him. Here's my other little tree over here. I kept it up, but I'm going to use this big one too. I'm surprised these cats ain't messing with the tree, but they ain't. Here's little Snuggles. You like your tree, Snuggles? I believe she's gonna leave it alone. Yeah. And I wanted to show y'all my Christmas tree that we put it up this year.